Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be any restriction as to who we can and can't bring in. So we really let story dictate. That's why we got Bashford for season 3. Silence, dead silence. But yeah, we've just been given a lot of freedom, and DC's been great and really generous. And Dan DiDio said we're going to have to create more characters because we're going to run out soon. Because you saw the way it goes.
Well, who was your first like gimme when they said like, okay, you can have whatever? Who you're like, I want this one.
Like in the beginning?
In the very beginning? In the very beginning, there were actually a short list of characters that we could not use way back in season 1. And then when Jeff came aboard, he's like, no, you can use those guys. So by the time he told us that, season 1 was already almost done. So there were Donna Troy we weren't able to use, but we got her in season 3, Troya. So and Cassie Sandsmark we weren't able to use, but we got her in season 2. And there were 2 more, I can't remember, but we've used all 4 of the magic 4 that we couldn't use. And otherwise, it's just about building the team and having different personalities. We were looking specifically for characters who had secrets and would be telling lies. That's a major theme of the show. We wanted to balance characters with superpowers and without superpowers, and
great villains. I was really focused on working with Vandal Savage, big favorite of mine.
Yeah. Who were your icon comic book characters when you were growing up? Like the ones that you were so excited
Icon, yeah.
Like the character that you were like most excited to get to work with.
It's always Bat Family for me. I collected every Batman comic, Detective comics, so I was so happy to work the Bat Family in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big Red Tornado fan, a big Dr. Fate fan, but I love Batman, I love Superman. Now Calder's one of my favorite characters ever. Artemis is terrific, and we just. Wally West was fun. He was fun.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Wally
West. You just killed Joan Garrick. Who hates the speedsters? Like, is it your secret goal to wipe them out?
We have this timeline, and some of our characters are really old. Joan was 98. So she lived a very long, lovely life. But yeah, difficult things are going to happen to some of our cast, and this is going to be, Joan's passing is going to be very difficult, specifically for Bart and for Jay, and we're going to be dealing with the ramifications of that. The idea is that as we go through the years with these characters, we're seeing a character like Dick Grayson, for example, go from age 13 to age 21. Well, as this time passes, the other characters are getting older. And just as Dick went from being a teenager, barely a teenager, to a guy in his 20s, some of the characters who we introduced as having been around since World War II, well, time's passing, and that's part of life, and that's part of what we're trying. We always try to ground the show, given that it's a superhero show full of magic and sci-fi and all sorts of stuff. We try to ground the show with as much realism as possible, and so part of that is, whole Circle of Life, Lion King thing, right?